Hello, everybody. So let's have a look at Netflix. Now, the Netflix weekly chart is not looking very rosy either. Now, let's just get these in. So the first thing is we have a double bottom. Okay. Now, if we apply Bollinger to this, you will see how we were far outside the Bollinger Band here. Remember, this purple line here is the Bollinger Band. We gradually moved inside before we closed outside again, but not as far as this week here. You see how far we ended up from um, the Bollinger Band. So essentially, this is sort of a diversion that's happening with the Bollinger Band, and then we went sideways into this consolidation on the weekly. Now we failed to make, or we did make a new high, didn't we? The week before, yeah, we made a new high, but the big concern for me is what you see here on the awesome oscillator, and that is that the awesome oscillator is heading down, but price is, for all intents and purposes, if you want to be exact about it, price created a new high and awesome oscillator went down. But for me, this is a double top. Okay, we've had some selling, we did get some buying, so this is not a convincing weak bar that's closed off. So there could still be some more selling, some more buying into this. But I think what we want to do here is we just want to join up these two bars. So I want to join this tail and that tail before I go look at it on the lower time frames. So let's get to the daily. Okay, so the first thing that stands out to me on the daily is that we have some serious diversions. Okay, price was going up, then we went sideways or sideways to slightly up, but there is no confirmation on the awesome oscillator. And the awesome oscillator is about momentum. So is the momentum up or down? And we are so close to the zero. So the zero line is sort of my line in the sand. If we break below this and we stay below this, then momentum is shifting to the downside. Okay. Now let's just have a look at what's happened on the Bull Williams indicator here. So the blue line of the Bull Williams, which is our longer term moving average, is one that if you're in an uptrend, a lot of buyers tend to buy off it. You can see how they bought off it there, and then it broke through, it came, and then there was some selling, but they broke through a bit again, managed to push it higher and pushing it down. Now, when the Bull Williams starts doing what it's doing now, going sideways, so from Bull Williams' perspective is the alligator is not hungry. What he's saying here is the alligator is hungry. So he's saying you've got the jaws, the teeth, and the lips, which so the mouth is wide open and pointing up. And the converse is true when it's wide open and pointing down. The alligator is hungry, but hungry to the downside. So when it's doing this, he refers to the alligator as being sleeping. And basically just a simplified method of saying we're in a range. Okay. So if we have a look at the 4 hour, and there's some more interesting stuff that's going on here. You'll see that we broke through the blue line. We've come back and we've tested it. Now, I always use the alligator as a level as well. Okay, so you can see how we broke through the blue line. We tried to get back, but we failed, and the seller stepped in there. Now, this is the first signal that we have some more downside to come. Okay, and you'll find that the 20 moving average, the 20 EMA, is in this area as well. I don't have it on this chart, but you can, well, what I can do is do this and we will find it. So because the 20 EMA will be the exact middle of the Bollinger Band, which is 50%, so right there. So right where all this is happening is the 20 EMA. Okay. So there are a couple of things here. So this upward trend line is sort of a line in the sand. If we break below that, then you've got some downside targets. And for me right now, I'm pretty willing to bet that we're going to move to the downside, and I just want to get some levels here. So okay, so that tail there is a level. You see the top there, the bottom there. So if you want to know more about levels, just search my channel. You'll see there's quite a few videos on levels. So that's typically where price sort of heads to. It's like a magnet, okay? And I have another one. No, that's closed. So then we have another one there, which is this tail here. Okay, so those are two levels to the upside. We are quite far above the 400 moving average, the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. And I think on the daily we are also very far above it. Yeah, we're very far above it. Let's get back to the 4 hour. So a little bit of indecision, I think. Consolidation, so we are moving sideways. So the key levels here is if this holds, so if we don't break to the upside, then you can expect the downside levels to be challenged. And the first one will be this pin bar here. For this one to get challenged, okay, let's just tidy this weekly segment up. We want that to there. Okay. Just want to check back to see if there's anything that it coincides with. No. Okay. So I've got a low there. I've got a higher low here. Okay. I've got a higher high here. And so it's higher than this area to there. So at this stage, the trend is still up, guaranteed. But I have a feeling that we have a trend reversal brewing at the moment. And the real confirmation will be a break below this level here. So if we create a new low below this level, then you can expect some downside. But for now, I think consolidation, so sideways movement, and pretty much in this area, this messy area that I've marked here. So from 271 to 340. Okay, so this is kind of the area where we can expect price to play in. And as I say, if this here holds, so let's just mark it. So if we stay below the Bill Williams alligator there, so we stay below this blue line, and you can see how the green, blue, and red are starting to line up in the opposite to an uptrend. So they're starting to line up green, red, blue. See, green, the red has just crossed over blue, which is meaning that we have some potential for downside. Okay, so you can see what happens here. Then if we do gap down or move down quite violently, you can expect a lot more downside. So right now we're sitting in the middle of the Bollinger Band, which is also an indication that there's a lot of indecision. In strong trends, you'll be hugging that Bollinger Band to the top or the bottom. In weak trends, you'll be sitting in the middle, move the bottom, and just range. Okay, so I'm expecting ranging next week on Netflix, but there is this warning sign here that something is about to happen, and I think the weekly just sums it up for me. So we've tried to break higher here, and there's been a rejection off that level, and it came down, and the bulls still try to buy. So guys are still buying the stocks over here, and this typically happens in a trend reversal. You'll see the buyers will keep trying to push in, and the sellers will keep selling until one gives. So it'll give to the top or it'll give to the bottom. And your bottom, as I say, your bottom is going to be, it's just, so I'm going to take the top of that pin bar there. This is close, that's close. So this is kind of the area that you need to watch out for. Break below here, you can expect some downside. Break to the upside, then this is just a consolidation for another mover. For me, I think I'll just stay out of it until we get some more confirmation. Anyway, that's Netflix. Hope it helps. I'll catch you later.